From our view, Rana Brown's world is full, colourful and hectic.
Where are you, Aotearoa? You have to tell me when you're kicking it because I can't see it now.
I'm kicking it.
Okay, go.
Oh.
Living in Hastings, raising 3 kids on her own. But this is how Rana sees the world. What can you see of me?
So I can see your outline, a shaded shadow, but I can't see your eyes. They look like holes.
Rana has inherited retinal disease.
Leber congenital amaurosis, RPE65, is genetic. It causes me to see the world very different.
Put simply, she's going blind, one of just 3 known people in New Zealand with this rare mutation.
It can cause me a lot of anxiety. There are some days where it can even set me into depression, especially when it comes to my kids. Now, I gave birth to them, but I've never been able to see them for who they are. No fine detail at all. And when people say to me, "Oh, your daughter is so beautiful," I think to myself, well, is it true? Because I can't see what you guys see. Mentally and emotionally, I've just learnt to sort of deal with it because my kids need me. Haramai, hold a trolley, please. Good girl.
Navigating life and the supermarket, Rana is reliant on her young daughters.
Aotearoa, can you guide me through, please?
I mainly make sure that she doesn't bump into anyone as well as their trolleys.
Ready? I'm about to turn the trolley. Turn. They're really good kids. They cope well, but that's probably because they don't know any different. Aotearoa, can you point out where the prices are for this one, please? They've naturally had to help me when I couldn't do it myself.
$3.29.
Can you tell me when you see jelly, please?
Oh, up there.
Okay, thank you. Is this one pink or red?
Red.
People don't see her disability because she makes sure she knows where everything is.
Do these straight, do you know with the towels on their arm?
The third aisle over, you'll see the toilet paper and women's toiletry. It's that end on your left.
What could significantly help Rana's sight and stop her from going completely blind is a breakthrough gene therapy.
Nappy pants for boys. Okay, cool.
The treatment is called Luxturna, 1 injection for life.
I will never get full sight, but it will enhance the things that matter.
If you don't have Luxturna, you will lose your full sight?
Yes.
How terrifying is that, Rana?
It's terrified me from the moment I became a parent.
But Luxturna isn't cheap. It costs about $1.5 million. Rana can't afford that or even access it. Pharmac funding and approval is needed.
Uber. Does the license plate match? Thank you. Go!
Chuck it.
Yay! It's like a 1 in a million shot.
I love Mum because she looks after me and Sissy.
Aotearoa, that's cheating. I can't see you.
You're very good. And there is a treatment that could help Mum. How much would you love her to have that?
100%.
Yeah.
If Pharmac could help with that one little bit, it would change my complete world.
What's your message to Pharmac?
There are some people that are born normal. This is actually quite emotional. But there is someone like me who does everything she can for her kids and to live a somewhat normal life and to have an opportunity to gain extra sight and to not live in fear of losing your sight would mean the absolute world to me.
Flynn Maguire is a southern boy. Old coal town Kaitangata is home.
I am legally blind. I'd say it messed up a lot of things for a while. It can get in the way of a lot of, being a teenager and social gatherings and parties and all that. It certainly stunted a lot of things like that, but I generally try to have a stoic mindset about it. I can't let it bother me, otherwise, I would go insane. You probably can't tell, because, it's not a physical ailment that you can see. But, it affects everything, your education, your social development, your prospects, it changes everything. So, it is a fundamentally different way of life.
He was just a baby when his mum noticed something unusual.
He would stare either at the light or he could stare at the sun. And the fact that he could stare at the sun, I sort of knew that there was something wrong, because most people cannot do that. But it sort of took a very long time before anybody could actually diagnose it.
Flynn was finally diagnosed with the rare gene mutation 4 years ago. He was 14 years old.
It's tough, but we'll deal with it. It's like we will deal with whatever happens. Sorry.
How badly do you want Luxturna?
Oh, we're desperate for it. We desperately want it. Desperately. It's frustrating because there's a solution to his problem, and we can see it, but we just can't reach out and grab it. But it's right there in front of us.
So Flynn and Rana are both desperate for Luxturna. For them, that would be a life changer. So I'm back in Auckland and I'm about to meet the woman who is leading the charge to bring it to New Zealand.
So this is a bright light just looking through to the back of your eye. If you can just look at the side of my head.
This is Auckland ophthalmologist Dr. Andrea Vincent, who has witnessed firsthand successful Luxturna surgeries overseas.
It's injected under the retina in the eye, and then it gets into our own cells and starts to copy itself. So what you're doing is keeping the cells that will ultimately degenerate healthy, and also the cells that were on the edge of destruction, it can rescue them. So what you're doing is, improving people's vision.
There can be side effects. Total blindness has been reported in 2 patients post-treatment overseas.
Any eye operation carries a risk of blindness, but without a treatment, there will be blindness.
And Andrea wants Pharmac to fund it, and at $730,000 per eye, it's not cheap.
Why so expensive? How do you justify that sort of?
I guess when you're developing a treatment that has just never been given, seen before, it has taken a very long time for it to be safe. You're putting a viral vector into an eye. It has been a very long, expensive road to get to that point.
The lifetime cost of patients not getting the treatment is about $5 million per patient, according to an Australian study.
When somebody says, how can you justify paying $500,000 for one eye, that if we can actually turn around and say, well, actually, this is the lifetime cost, economic, societal, health cost of this eye disease, well, that's peanuts compared with it.
It's only 3 people. It's millions of dollars. We can spend that money on other drugs, bowel cancer, breast cancer, with so many other things screaming for money. What do you say to that?
How can you decide that one person's disease is worse or more deserving of treatment than another person's? This is life-changing. These are young people who will go blind. I think it is reprehensible that we would not give a treatment to somebody who is going blind when there is an intervention.
All right, Josh Bro, we're on Ponsonby Road. Time to do some shopping. How does a blind guy cross Ponsonby Road?
Well, for me, it's a bit tricky. I'm totally blind in my left eye.
Yes.
So there's a lot of guesswork.
Can you see that bus?
No, I cannot see it. That's done.
Okay, do not go. Let's go. Ponsonby Road's clear. So you have got a mean fit on right now. You look good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you're obviously a stylish man.
Not at all. I don't really like it clothes shopping in person. It's quite hard for me, I think, because a lot of the time it's quite tightly compacted like this. Everything's in there. Labels on items are often quite small. I can't even tell if the price is on there or on that bit. I have kind of tailored a lot of my life to be around avoiding those obstacles. I work in comedy where I don't have to read a lot and I can be on stage, and not seeing the audience is a benefit sometimes.
The reason that I'm blind is because a gypsy woman cursed me. What my doctor calls a rare medical condition, I just don't know which one to believe.
Come on out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're looking good, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Do you like it?
I'm happy to take the recommendations of Paddy Gower, of one of the leading journalists.
Yeah, that's and style. I've got style.
Style icon.
It's a style icon. Yeah, we'll keep that. You are blind, obviously, if you think I'm a style icon. Do you like this shirt, first of all?
Yeah, I like that. It's a nice pattern.
Oh, yeah. Gene therapy, is that something that could help your sight?
I was told that my eyesight was going to be like this for the majority of my life and then get worse when I got into about my 50s. And about 2 years ago when I was with an ophthalmologist, she told me that there was actually a gene therapy in human trials, or going into human trials at that stage, for this particular gene as well.
Wow.
For this IRIS1 gene, yeah. So there is a chance in the not too distant future that I could get some eyesight back in my right eye.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Okay, well, I've got one brilliant shirt idea for you.
All right.
And this is going to be the one you're going to rock it.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. Come on out, Joshy. Let's see. Yeah! You look good.
I think I do. I think I look hot enough to host a current affairs show.
The surgery itself went very, very smoothly, and it was like a dream. There was a cast of thousands watching us, so it was a little bit more nerve-wracking than your average case. And the patient fared particularly well, so it made a real difference to their everyday visual function.
Like the little things most of us take for granted.
Their improvements in terms of the light sensitivity improved by close to 100-fold, so that's a phenomenal improvement. And how does this translate to their everyday life? Well, they say that they're able to do things that they've never been able to do before. So some examples are, the first patient treated said that they could see stars for the first time. Also, they said that they're able to navigate under street lighting without the aid of a mobility cane.
He says the gain in vision should be long-term. That goes against what Pharmac has been told, impacting the 3 Kiwi patients here. What's your message to Pharmac? I mean, how much of a game difference will this be for these 3 patients?
Well, it's not my place to tell countries how to partition their healthcare spending. However, I think it's pretty clear that this treatment is effective, and we have really good evidence that its benefit lasts longer than 3 years. In fact, patients have been followed up to a decade following treatment, and they maintain their improvements in vision.
You'd think New Zealand would benefit from it?
I absolutely.
Dr. Simonovic has already treated 9 patients, that's 18 eyes. The surgery takes about 40 minutes. It's incredibly delicate, intricate work, but it only needs to be done once.
We plan to deliver one treatment for a person's lifetime.
There are some people in this world that are born normal. There is someone like me who does everything she can for her kids.
She needs Pharmac to help fund this drug or she's never going to get it. What do you say to her?
Oh, look, absolutely, Paddy. I mean, we understand how difficult it is, how difficult it must be to know that a potentially life-changing medicine is available overseas. It's available in Britain, it's available in Australia, and it just seems just out of reach here. We've had this deferral from the committee to say, actually, we need more information, we need more certainty about this. And this isn't a no, this is a pause while we look for more information.
Okay, that sounds like there's a bit of hope there then for
Absolutely.
Rana and the others.
Absolutely.
So at the moment, your position is you want more information from the drug maker Novartis.
Yes, absolutely. Less uncertainty is good. Show us the data, share it with us. We make a commitment to put that evidence and the current evidence in front of our Specialist Ophthalmology Advisory Committee, probably in the first half of next year. So, yeah, that's our commitment.
So Pharmac will have another look at Luxturna, that's what we're saying here right now.
An ongoing look, absolutely, yes.
So your final message to Rana and others from Pharmac?
There is hope. We are still going with this, and we are really very much driven by the evidence, but we understand how difficult this can be. But we haven't given up, we haven't stopped anything.